speaker is Enzology. He's an artist and neurologist who combines his profession with his passion to merge science and art to develop a new concept that he calls Enzology. In his new book, The Pill on the Wall, Enzo explains his theories and shows people the importance of being more aware of your environment to improve your health. He also has a book on how nutrition, psychology, physiology, spirituality, quantum physics, epigenetics, art, and medicine all work together. Understanding the Enzology theory can help you have a happier life. So please welcome Enzo.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. I'm not nervous. So let me see. How can I? So thank you. I create this concept. So I have been showing art all over the world, and I kind of got tired of matching the red sofa with my painting. So I said, well, let me create a new concept fusing all the subject in this everything. And in 45 minutes, I'm going to see if I can explain all. It's kind of the universal law. And why do I call it the pill on the wall? Because the pill is my art and the wall is kind of the environment. It's just an awareness of how important is the environment for us. So this is what it is. And so it's just an awareness. So in order to do that, I had to combine many subjects. And this subject includes psychology, quantum mechanics, anatomy, spirituality, but without this, I will not be here. It's called epigenetic. And I will explain what is that. So I cannot create a romantic formula. And I say that love, not the love that you have for your dog or your husband, it's the universal law. The law is the source of creation, is the without love, which is light, nothing will not be here. So without light, will not be here. So there is an entanglement between love and light. That's why I say that love, the source of all creation, is light, and is enhanced by a positive environment. So I'm going to go over slowly. Well, light is kind of boring. You know, wavelength, frequency, and energy. We had to go over that. That is what light is. So how we perceive light is we only can see the spectrum, but as the sun sends light to this planet, we only can see this portion in our retina, in our brain. So high energy is the violet, low energy is the red. I will go over slowly. So, you know what is fascinating is the energy, the light, which is energy. Everything is energy, by the way. It transforms into chemical energy. As soon as the lights go into the retina, then it will send the impulse to the brain, and we interpret the rest of our existence. So remember that the eye is just a piece of brain sticking out. That's what the eyes are. So what is, and this is what I base my concept on epigenetics. What is epigenetics? You know, when I studied medicine, they told me that the DNA was fixed, and you're born with that, you die with that. Wrong. As you grow, the DNA will express in different ways based on the environment. So epigenetic is telling you that the environment will change the expression of your DNA. So if you live in a positive environment, you will generate positive protein because the DNA is a protein factory in our body. So, and the environment is color. That's how I come in, through colors, because everything is color, and color is light, and light is love. So, I will not worry with this. So, we're not boring with it. This is a little bit of spaghetti going around. That's the DNA. No, it's a lot of fancy words, but I just want to say that there is a portion of the DNA that we carry all our genetic material information. So but that's how, this is the protein factory. The DNA generates protein, and I will explain what is that. So the DNA is entangled into the chromosome, and a portion of the DNA have genes. We have 23 chromosomes, so 22 are the autosome which determine our height, our color of the skin, and we have a pair of 6 chromosomes, so that's enough for that. But everything is inside the nucleus of the cell, and this is what I want to explain. And a positive environment, which is color, because the environment is not only the external environment, the person that you relate, your husband, or your boss, or the life that you have, but also the internal environment. Our internal environment is our thoughts. So your thought, the emotion, the places, everything is color, will change the expression of your DNA. If you are in a positive environment, it will generate good protein, which is healthy mind. So what exactly is protein? We have 10,000 protein in our body. So one of the proteins is called the lipase. The other one is they carry the blood, is the hemoglobin. The other one is the insulin. But look at this protein. It's called immunoglobulin. That protect against infection. So, one more time, if we are in a positive environment, we'll generate positive, healthy protein. If we generate positive, healthy protein, our immune system is stronger. Not only our immune system, is the way that you digest the food, the way that you carry the oxygen, and the one that regulates the sugar in your blood. This is, I want to kind of create the biology of love. This is my recent slide. It is fascinating to me. I'm going to be fast on this. This is the cell, this is the nucleus. Inside the nucleus is a chromosome. The chromosome is the bunch of spaghetti, which is the DNA. In order for the cell to reproduce, as we get older, as we're alive, we have to reproduce ourselves. Your cells are not the same today it's not the same that few years ago. You transform, your body keep regenerating cells. So in order for that to make it possible, the cell has to divide. So the division of the cell is generated by the DNA. The DNA will replicate, it will divide and make another cell. But this is the fascinating part. At the end of the DNA, at the end of that, there is a portion is called the telomeres. Fancy name. What is the telomere? The telomeres allow the cells to divide with the DNA, and every time that the cell division occurs, that telomere gets shorter. So a 10 years old human, we have a long telomere. An 80 years old person, we have a shorter one, because as the cell divide, this thing here gets shorter and shorter. So that's fascinating because they realize that the length of the telomere will tell you how long the cell will divide in order to be alive. So they say, wait a minute, if we know the length of this, we can determine how many years we can live. Well, they study that, and they say, well, based on the 30 trillion cells that we have in our body, based on all the division of the cell, the life expectancy of the human race is about 85 years. Fine. But it was a very smart lady, which was dyslexic, with a lot of problem learning, but with persistence and education, she got a Nobel Prize. She discovered an enzyme. It's called telomerase, an enzyme that allows this thing to stay alive all the time. And then the science people, the scientific community say, wait a minute, if we can have an enzyme that allows this to stay longer all the time, which you can live longer, then we can live forever. The FDA got really very excited, but we cannot find that in a pill, because if we can keep this longer and longer, we can divide ourselves forever and live forever. So this telomerase is the enzyme that allows this to stay longer and to live long time. And the reason that I'm going to bore you with this subject is because the length of the enzyme, look at what happened, is increased by gratitude, self-love, plenty exercise, good nutrition, and positive environment. So if we have that, then we have the telomeres, which is the enzyme, stay in our system longer. That's how important it is to be with the right partner or the right job, or to think positive. And look at what happened on the opposite side. The enzyme that allows us to live longer is decreased by the opposite. No purpose in life, lack of exercise, we eat plastic all day long, and we know the rest. So we're going to jump into another subject. Okay, if you understand quantum physics, mechanics, you do not understand. So what is the universe? Everything is energy. 99% of matter is energy. So quantum field study the subatomic small particle, which is energy. That's what quantum physics study. So the subatomic particle, the proton, the neutron, the neutrino, all these tiny particles, when we observe that particle, we materialize the particle. So that's the definition of reality. It's the collapse of the wave function by the observer. Don't worry, you will not understand. I just started to understand after 85 years. Now, why is that? Because the mind, I will explain how that is happening. The mind materialize, your mind materialize your body. So our thought materialize matter, I should say. Your thought can change the chemistry of your body. I will go over about this, because quantum physics, quantum mechanics explain that matter can act as a wave or it can act as a particle. It's very difficult to understand. It can be particle one moment and wave another moment. But that's, like I said, we go over. Now, we are energy. So we are energy. 99% of what you see is energy, but we very much you see as a matter, because the particle vibrates. So we have a vibration of particle. When my patient asks me, how old are you? I say, I don't have age. What do you mean? Well, I was never born because I'm energy. You know, energy cannot be created, neither destroyed. Oh, you crazy, they say. They don't come back. I say, don't worry about it. I don't need you. It's fine. I'm still thinking that we are energy. So, we are a spiritual being in a physical body. That's what we are. That's what we are. So, all in the universe is energy. By the way, you know, we are made of carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, the same element, hydrogen, the same element as the universe. So you are universal dust. We are the universe. You know what is fascinating to me? That only 600, in the 1500, the church were, I mean, there are two things I don't talk about, is religion and politics. But I had to say one thing. So the church was saying that the earth was the center of the universe. Okay. One guy with a telescope was looking at the sky, Copernicus, Galileo. Say, wait a minute, no, we are not the center. The sun goes around the planet. No. So Galileo was afraid of the church and released the news before he died, because otherwise he would be incarcerated. So that was back in the 1500s. Then Hubbard, recently, 70 years ago, realized that the Milky Way was not the universe, because when we're looking at the sky, we're looking at the Milky Way, was not the universe. The universe was beyond the Milky Way. Then he discovered a small cloud beyond the Milky Way that is called Andromeda. Was the next galaxy 2.5 million light years away from us. Then, now we have, the Hubble is out, now we have the John Webb telescope. We have 30 trillion cells in our body, and now there are almost 30 trillion galaxies out there. That's how much we know about our body. We think that we know. Here, okay, so there is a fascinating YouTube. If you really want to understand quantum physics, this YouTube is fantastic. So explain how matter acts as a wave, as a particle. I will explain what the entanglement is. Entanglement is, you know, one particle here and in Japan act as when you can, one particle, one proton can be here and in another place at the same time. That's called entanglement. It kind of tell you that we are connected. Everybody is connected to everybody. So what I want to say with this is that we create our own reality by materializing our thoughts. So if you're not happy with your reality, you have to change something in your life. So the universe will never punish you. No, we punish ourselves, because the only thing that it is important to understand that any intention of feeling, any feeling that you have, it creates vibration out there in the field, or in the field is called the consciousness, and it's going to come back to us. I will go more into that. So in order to be healthy and wealthy, you have to feel it first, or to attract beauty, you have to be beauty first. So this is something that really it is. We learn that cause and effect. Let's say you want love, so you have to search for love. No, you have to love yourself first in order to love come to you. You don't have to work hard to be wealthy. You have to feel wealthy first. Or you don't have to fight cancer. You have to feel healthy first. That is the reason that I say that you have to feel first to cause the effect. Is the effect, which is your feeling, produce a cause. because your thought can materialize in your body your desires. That's a difficult thing to understand, but we learn things wrong. We have to, work hard to be, obviously you have to do something to be a millionaire, but most of the people that are very wealthy economically, they feel, they are the mind, they feel like they have it already. That's how the effect causes the cause, because we attract what we feel. So you have to have faith in you, which is difficult to do that. And that's why in the faith, the belief, cause chemical change in yourself. That's why I say that the placebo is the biology of belief. When the med rep come to my office and explain to me the medication, they are fascinated by the effect of the medication. You know what is fascinating to me? That in order for the FDA, the Federal Drug Administration, to approve whatever they're trying to sell me, they have to be 30 or 40% better than placebo. I'm fascinated by placebo. Why I'm fascinated? Because placebo is caused by you. So if you believe that this medication, which is water, is causing you change for better, it happened. Fascinating. But, why is that? Because the mind changed the chemistry in your body. It's the mind or your emotion or your intention change you. And that's the reason that we have to believe in ourselves first, which is we don't do it. We depend of external factor. I'm not saying to stop going to the doctor, or if you don't treat a meningitis, a bacterial meningitis, you have 80% of chances of dying. So, or you have major depression, you kill yourself. I'm not saying to stop taking the medication when you need it. I'm saying to believe more in yourself. Then things going to start happening. So here we go. Thought is vibration of energy. So be aware what you think. In order for us to be aware, we have to kind of monitor your thought all the time. So thought cause feeling. Any thought is being broadcast by the quantum field of the universe, or you can call it God. So your thoughts are energy going to the field in the collective consciousness, and then it's going to manifest your reality based on your emotion. Marcus Aurelio, which was a Roman emperor in the 150 AD, said a man's life is what his thoughts made of. We are made of based on what we think or what we feel. So much to say about this slide, but I'm going to go. So we are a big antenna. We always sending, remember, anything, any thoughts, any emotion, we send all the vibration out there and it's going to come to us. So we are a big antenna. That's what we are. The universe always manifests your thought and synchronize the frequency of your song, because it's one verse, universe. So if you're not happy with your reality, you have to make a better decision. Now, I don't know who was able to count your thoughts. There are 6,000 or 60,000 thoughts per day. That's per day. So tomorrow, you want to change your reality. But the reality is that tomorrow, 80% of your thought is going to be what was yesterday. So, and you want to change. That's my definition of insanity. How can you change your reality if you have the same thought as yesterday? Impossible. So you have to create, every time that you have a thought, you create a neuropath. You have to change the neuropath, meaning you have to change your thought in order to generate a new reality. So, well, 80 billion, we have 80 billion neurons, trillions of synapses. So that's how we change our reality, changing your thought first. But you cannot be wishing to be rich. You have to feel that you're rich. You have to feel that you have it already. Then it's going to happen. Eventually, will happen. I said that we are made of two main essences, which one is the big one, brain, heart, and gut, and the other, the consciousness. This is, okay. I do believe that our heart has neurons, which they are. It's not, it's been proved. And our gut has neurons also. It's called the enteric neurosystem. Our main source of serotonin and dopamine, which allow us to be happier, is the gut. Our heart also, I believe that we feel with our heart. Our brain, no. Our brain is part of the system. So we generate thought and feeling. That's why when you have butterfly in your stomach or you had a gut feeling for this guy that is bad, stay away from it. Kind of listen to your feeling. We don't pay attention. I just recently broke my arm. Thank you for taking care of my arm. I have one person here, and I didn't listen to my gut feeling. Otherwise, I would not have a broken arm. But that's what happened. And the consciousness is the house of no place. No place is where the instinct, the creativity, the inspiration is where the soul is, the house of the soul. Remember, we are domesticated creatures. You're born, they tell you what to feel, what to do. By age 80, you don't know who you are because you've been doing things that you always done. They told you what to do. That's why a lot of my patients feel empty when they start working at age 70 or less, because they don't know themselves. They done everything that they done in their life based on what was told. But we have to. This is. You cannot contaminate that area, which is your soul. I do believe that the natural state of being is love. Is it because it's has high vibration of energy, the high frequency of vibration, which is very healing, and that's a natural. I don't believe in evilness. That's a human creation, or darkness. That's all human creation. Love is the natural state of being, and that's very healing. And that will create a lot of harmony and joy in your life. That's why I say, well, what should I do to be happy? Well, do what you feel like. Well, I don't know. Well, find something. Just find some hobby or something to feel joy. And it is amazing to me, my patients. When I see my patient that they live all their life and they don't know what to do with at the end of the work, after finish working and retire, they're a minority, they enjoy life, but it's amazing that they don't know how to enjoy life. This is what happened on the opposite side. The opposite, when you have a lot of rage, frustration, anger, insecurity, fear, anxiety, being arrogant, that's a negative feeling. That's low vibration energy. That creates toxic protein in your body. Now somebody's going to say, how do you measure energy? That's a different topic. Let me tell you, you don't need to measure, you feel it. When you are around, when you're next to a negative, a toxic human, you feel it. You don't have to scale on measurement, or you just feel it. Stay away from it. Let me jump into another subject. Here we go. Chakra, this is what I talk about in my book. Chakras, Feng Shui, nutrition. So this is an Indian, thousands of years ago was created, and I was said that the energy in our body is called chakra. We have energy center in our body. Each center has colors. So spirituality, violet is the crown up to the red. So in my book, I explain how to enhance those areas in your body, because in order to be healthy, you have to have a harmony in your energy. It's not a Western traditional medicine. So medicine doesn't recognize the chakra, neither the Feng Shui. The Feng Shui is a Chinese thing that it's kind of harmonize the environment in your house or in your work. Is made of 5 components: fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. So when you need passion, love, you put more fire, which it could be something red. When you need wood, wood has to do with nourishment. Water is purity. Metal is wealth. And the other thing that I would like to talk about is free radical and antioxidant. These are the things that make us better. And I'm going to go fast on others. I had to say that aging is just not chronological. It's based on the lifestyle. The lifestyle is crucial in order to be younger. And this is one of the 3 things. There are many things, but exercise, nutrition, and meditation. I put it there because I believe that those are very important. But before talking about anything, I had to say that the soil is the source of everything that you swallow. Soil, 45% mineral, 25% air, 25% water, and 5% organism, is the source of everything that you eat. And what happened in this day, the soil is being with modern agriculture and farming, they remove all the nutrient base, and they add pesticide, GMO, growth hormone, fertilizer, that kill the nutrient, and very much we eat with depleted food, and that is one of the causes of medical. That's why I can pay my mortgage, because of this. Here we go. So, and what is antioxidant? And this is the fun stuff. I will not bore you. We not stay here long. The carotenoid, flavonoid, and this is a fun one. It's in the wine. These are the 5 phytonutrients in our food. Now, if you leave a piece of metal outside, it's going to oxidize. That's a normal process, okay? Our body oxidizes as well. Now, so we have oxidative mechanism in our body. Our body treat that oxidation with antioxidant. So that's a normal process that we have, but when you eat too much garbage, the body doesn't know what to do with, and we cannot oxidize everything, and that's when we generate toxic stuff. It's called free radical. So very quick, I had to say that unstable molecules, they have pair of electrons, but the free radical are unstable molecules. So what happens is, this is the bad boy. This is called the free radical. So this free radical, what it does, it destroys our other cells. It kind of steal the electron from another cell, causing free radicals. So the antioxidant, the good food, donate the electron to this bad boy in order to normalize this bad person there. So the antioxidant donate the electron and make the molecule stable. That's how antioxidant, it cannot decrease the oxidative stress in our body. And that's what happened. Free radicals. Free radicals. Where are the free radicals? Too much stress. Too much stress causes our cells to generate free bad cells, which is related to cancer, by the way. So smoking, processed food we eat every day, refined sugar we eat every day. It's even in toothpaste here. Air pollution, refined carbon, alcohol, X-ray, obviously. All trans fat. I think that you don't see too much trans fat around, but so the corn, the bad oil, stay with coconut oil and olive oil if possible. And here we go, stress. That's another reason I have business, because too much stress in people's life. So look at what stress release a lot of cortisol. Look at what the stress is doing. Deplete the immune system, digesting problem, memory, premature aging. That's what stress can do to you. Anxiety, problem sleeping, blood sugar. Everybody has a little bit of something there. That's stress. So free radicals, which is oxidative stress, when we eat too much garbage or we have too much stress, this is the relationship between all these illness are the cause. The free radicals can cause all this, what I see every day, Alzheimer's, Parkinson, ALS, MS, and cancer. All these can be caused by excess of free radical that we can prevent. Stress, our worst enemy, especially in the time that we live in. So look at what exercise can do for you. Exercise is fantastic because exercise does the same that any antidepressant can do, increase the serotonin in your body. That's what exercise does. So, and it's an antidepressant, increase the heart rate, lower the bad cholesterol, things that we know make you have good bone, improve sleep, and reduce stress. Exercise is great. And another thing that we don't do that is very good is meditation. It cannot allow you to be in the present time. Everybody, there are books about be in the present, be in the present. I never understood how to be in the present. The reason that the reason that humans don't understand how to be in the present, because the mind get food from the past and the future. You are where you are based on what you think is already past and what is coming, which is the future. So we live in a reality that is not real, because we live in the past and in the future. We don't live in the now. And there's a beautiful book by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, explaining how to be in the present. So meditation is one tool to be in the present time. Now, why is important? Because release stress, improve the energy and your memory, be in the present. And there is a study showing that if you live in the present, you change the chemistry of your body. There's a functional MRI. Insurance doesn't pay for that, so don't go for it. So there's a functional MRI that after 3 or 4 weeks of pure meditation, your frontal lobe will change. The structure of your frontal lobe, and that can be proved by a functional MRI. It's not blah, blah, blah. It's true. Meditation will change the chemistry of your brain for better. Now, I tell my patients that we are depressed because we had too much past, and we have anxiety because we had too much future. That's why we had to be centered. We had to be in the present time. That's when miracles start happening, when we are in the present. Let me tell you, it's easy to say, but it's very difficult to accomplish, be in the present. Let's jump to another one. Now, when I create this concept, the pill on the wall, then I with this painting here, I want to bring people awareness. And what is that? Is that the paintings, my painting, I want it to be an awareness piece. When you see my colors, I want you to make aware that light is color, color is light, and I'll make you aware how important is the environment in your life. That's what I want to do with my art. I want to bring awareness. That's it, awareness. When you see the arch of McDonald's, you go for that sandwich. When you see my painting, you are aware that a negative environment will generate negative proteins. And the opposite is this, that is the reason that I create this concept. Now, this is kind of a house that I created with with the peel, which is my painting, and the wall, your environment. And also a restaurant. Thank you, David, for coming here. So that this in our restaurant, I put painting. I don't know if people were going there for the food or for the painting. I don't know. So this is the paintings, and this is the book, which is right there. And I always say that the mind is the biggest canvas of creation, because you can do anything that you want. You just have to allow yourself to be you first. And it's not easy, because the peer pressure is tremendous, from your parents to whoever you live with. And pill relief symptoms, our body cure illness. That's a tough one also, because we depend from external factor to be better. But you are better if you start thinking and feeling that you are. All of my patients, when I ask, how do you feel? And the answer, oh my God, my arthritis is killing me. Oh, my sugar, oh, my overweight. So it is impossible for me to improve them, because they feel the way that they feel. You cannot, if you don't change your thinking pattern, you will feel the same way tomorrow. I don't care how much medication I'm going to give you, you will be the same. That is the reason that my patient, some of my patients, don't get better, because they think in the same pattern than yesterday. And based on previous life, if you think the same pattern, you create the same synaptic path neurons, you create the same reality. Your reality is created by the way that you feel and think. So, this is kind of closing my conference. Is in order to heal yourself, you need love, which is positive vibration, high vibration of energy. Is healing. That's the natural state of being. And have faith. You have to believe. You have to believe. That's why any dogmatic belief is so powerful, which is religion. If you believe, if you pray, you get it, because belief is. There are so many studies. You have a sick patient there and a sick patient on there in another room. If people pray for one and don't pray for the other one, the people that pray for that person will get better sooner than the other one. Everything is energy. That's the reason that believe and pray and think positive is so powerful. And this is me right here, genetics, epigenetics, with my formula. Love is light, love the source of all creation. Light is, we are alive because of light. Light is love, love is life. And it's enhanced by a positive environment. You have to be in a positive environment. Your DNA, which is the source of the protein factor in your body, will create good protein when you are around good environment. We are taught that in medical school. It's crucial. Exercise, like always, and nutrition, antioxidants. I have to say that I don't care if you See, if you eating a organic raw, a carrot, an organic carrot, raw by yourself, watching toxic TV is worse than you eating at a long table, wine with a mountain of spaghetti with meatball, laughing and having a good time. It's not what you eat, it's how you eat. Because your digestive system is different the way that you eat, how you eat and who are around you. You know, I go to Italy a lot because my parents are from there, because my art is there, and I see these people that eat for an hour and a half or 2 hours on a table. Obviously, they don't work, but they, you know, they having a good time eating. That digestive system is different than when you eat between patients alone, you know, by yourself. It's just a different digestion. So that is important, the way that you eat. There was a Hippocrates that said that medicine is the noblest of all art. Let food be their medicine and medicine be their food. That's why it's so important what you eat and how you eat. And don't read the last one. This is, you know, oh my last. That is it. Thank you.